temporary rent freeze that they did in the unincorporated area county. You know, that was the biggest sham that I've ever been involved in my life. Each supervisor got to appoint 2 people to this commission. Okay, so other than myself and Dr. Green, who some of you know, they don't come much smarter than him. He's head of real estate and Lusk School of Real Estate. So myself and Dr. Green, we were the only 2 people on there that were real estate for private property rights. The rest of the 8 people were from legal aid, Bassetti, inner city law firm, everything else. I mean, the deck was just stacked against us. You know, there were a couple of things that me and Dr. Green were able to vote for, but everything they came up, it was just 8-2. And so at one of the meetings, and one of the meetings, Dr. Green said to him, he said, you know something? He said, you know, it's really hard for me to communicate or understand people that don't accept undisputed facts. And he said, that's what I do. I'm an economist. I deal on facts. And you know, I presented facts. He did a complete study on inflation, CPI, and all this stuff. And they just said, well, we don't believe that. He's like, what about it? You don't believe this? Study was done by an independent study group, and these are well documented in books and things like that. And so it was just a waste of time. And so prior to us finishing this report, we met twice a month, 4 or 5 hours, you know, non-paid, pay your own parking, you could even pay your parking. And then they were going to implement this 3% rent freeze before we even finished our study. And we were so upset that we jumped up and down about the supervisor, and Dr. Green really took the lead on it because he had nothing to lose for 8 years. And he said, you know, if that's what you're going to do, we might as well just get up and walk out of here. There's no point in us meeting anymore. If you guys already decided that's what you're going to do, then why have you been wasting our time and our money for 7 months coming down here and meeting if that's what you guys are going to do? So they pulled it. At that time, they pulled it from the hearing, and they waited till we finished our report. So they kept us meeting for another 2 months, wasting our time. And then they introduced the 3% freeze for 6 months. And we thought, sure, we tried to talk to, I don't want to ditch my supervisor because he's my supervisor for another few months or so. But we thought that we could talk to Mark. And we also, for some reason, thought we could talk to Janice Hahn. But, you know, we were beating ourselves in the head. But Janet from the replaced Zeph, she was the only one. She stood her ground. At each of the votes, it was 4-1. She adamantly opposed it, said it's not right. And
that wasn't Janice, that was Barger.
Barger, rather. I'm saying Captain Barger, I'm sorry. Thank you. I just make sure you're awake. You know, habit dozing off. Especially when I'm talking. But anyway, Kathy Barger, she was our only vote, and she stood her ground on all the readings. She stood her ground. She said it's just wrong. The evidence don't, and I can just say for a fact, you know, even though it said it was freeze for 6 months, we all know what's going to happen in the 6 months. You know, we know what's going to happen. They're just going to extend it and make it permanent, and they're going to add a whole bunch of other stuff to it to make it mirror what we have in Los Angeles. That's all that's going to happen. I mean, you know, it's unbelievable. But as Harold said, it's a lot about politics, and it's about who we elect to some of these offices in some of these places. So you know, we're in a tough spot. And we need like-minded people that understand that the free enterprise is really what works. And so we're going to have to be, like Harold said, we're going to have to be open-minded, and we're going to have to be realistic about some of these things that are about to happen to us. And we got to figure out how we can cut the best deal we can.